All right.
Okay, hey everybody, this is Voss and Rob. We're going live today. Well, tonight. I mean, it's actually nighttime. Um,
Hey
Rob
guys.
Moore, everybody, the man, the myth. Um, so real quick, we got a few things, a few topics we want to go over, and we wanted to, get out in the public. We haven't really gone on live in a while, so thought we'd give it a go. We want to start bringing this back, so we're gonna try for Wednesdays and just talk about issues that are coming up in the group and that are going on. So we want to just try to drive a little bit more help to everybody.
So let me jump in, Voss, real quick.
Jump in
So
there.
for the new guys that don't know what the live is, that's basically a lot of times it's Voss and I talking to someone else. So that still happens. So anybody out there that wants to chat with what they got going on in senior care and assisted living, reach out to us. We still do that. Like Voss said, it has been a while, but this time it's just me and Voss. So you have to get to enjoy our company for the evening.
So we, you'll probably see us going live, just the two of us, probably more often than not, but just to get some issues on the table and get some interaction. If somebody wants to jump in, they can just reach out to us and set up a time, and we'll interview you in front of the whole group, so everyone gets to meet you. So
hopefully this is supposed to be like a kind of a routine thing, right? We're going to try to do this.
Yes, a routine thing. But yeah, I mean, we gotta stay a little consistent with this these days, and kind of figure out what's going on. So yeah, maybe I won't be in my closet as often, but you never know. Anyways, so the SHCSAZ Senior Healthcare Solutions public organization is live. So we created a website a while back, and we've been kind of updating it and so we can bring some benefits to the group on a public side. It's twofold. Our organization is twofold. We're gonna have a public view and a private view. So the public view is basically listings, business listings, a directory. So a real directory. Through the years we've kind of created little directories to kind of help people out, but now we're putting it directories on the website, and it's a direct contact. So if you sign up, you register for the website, you get a login, you get access to the the members benefits. The listings is one of them. You put your pictures up there, your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, your website, whatever you want. You put it up there. That's yours. There is a cost for the listing because we have to maintain everything, but the expenses, the costs for the listings, that's going to go 100% towards marketing of the site. We're not actually taking any of that money for ourselves because me and Rob both have other jobs, day jobs, that pay our bills. So we don't need money from the site, but for the listing, there's a cost, so we can market it and bring some more outside public, interaction to it. The private behind the scenes side, the members side, is we have a help center on there. Once you log in, there's a help center with different consulting things that we're going to be helping with. All-Tex, there's some getting home signed up for All-Tex or All-Tex billing. We're working with someone with that. We got a few other things going down those lines. We are in the process of working through a health insurance plan, a group health plan for the whole group. So if you go to this website and you register, you create a login, it gives you access to the members side. And in the members side, we can, eventually in the next couple of weeks, we should have, hopefully if the structure is right for this, but a group health plan under our organization. So the more people we bring onto it, over time, the better the rates get. And I'm telling you, there's some pretty sweet plans out there for organizations. I'm not going to get into that too much right now, but just kind of touching on the surface of that. We are adding other benefits to help providers, but little by little, one step at a time. Hey, Rob, you want to jump in there and say a couple of things about the help?
No, I just want to reinforce a couple of things. So we don't want this to be an empty directory. So what do I mean by that? That means, anybody can launch a directory with a couple $100 and some web hosting, and they can list your business, and it's almost useless. So we want this is an Arizona focused directory that's going to have a marketing effort behind it. That means that, to get traction, to get those business listings visibility on Google, where they're seen, it takes some money. So that's where that membership funding is going to be focused. That's to get the site traction.
Yeah.
Google, possibly some geofencing marketing, basically where we kind of identify businesses. I don't want to get too in the weeds, but it's to actually deliver results for these listings and not just have, your business is on yet another site that no one's ever going to see. That doesn't do anybody any good. No. The point is to get people, clients that are looking for services to see your business and find out about it.
Absolutely. And, other sites that you pay for this, that's their business model. That's how they make money. So that money goes into their pocket. We want to make sure that all this goes into our digital marketing and our marketing of the site and marketing of your businesses. So we're going to really pound that one out. And we have some good digital marketing up our sleeves from a national company that we've contracted with kind of exclusively for Arizona for this industry. So, not getting into the weeds because Rob's the technical guy on this, but we did, we have pulled some things together over this past year, and we're bringing these benefits out to everybody here to share in the overall wealth of that. So a couple other things. Rob's going to touch on the SB1373 Bill. Just the facts. We're going to want to keep this, learn both sides. I know it's a big topic out there right now. And, my point of view is everything has two sides. Whenever somebody has a complaint, I need to know what the other side is before we make a rational decision that's going to affect things. So, Rob, jump in there.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about the bill a whole lot. I mean, for those of you that don't know what it is, there's some legislation that's already passed the Senate. It's in the House now, going through the process in the House. And then what happens, when they vote on it, if they pass it, then if they pass it as is, then it'll go for governor's signature and become law. If they pass a variation of it, then there's a legislative process where they kind of combine the two bills, or they have some different options to make the legislation become law. So that's where it is. And so it mandates that caregivers in residential assisted living homes do CPR. So we kind of wrote up a post that after doing some research, we reached out to Right Care. They're an organization, I could probably, I'll step out and say I got some issues with, some of their techniques, but generally we're all good-hearted in this industry. We have good reasons for doing what we're doing, and I'm not going to take that away from Right Care. And there's validity on the opposition side too. I can appreciate that. And right now we've just done our analysis and decided to kind of take a neutral position. We don't really see that it's a huge problem that necessarily needs legislation, but if it should become legislation, we're not sure it's going to be a game changer and a big problem for residential care homes. That's where it stands now. We're always willing to be educated and go through some discourse, and we're hesitant. We're proceeding carefully. and paying attention, doing the best we can. The good news is there's a stakeholders meeting Friday, and Voss has been asked to represent Senior Healthcare Solutions AZ and keep our members informed, and is participating in that stakeholder meeting. A lot of the folks that we know are going to be on that call, both proponents and opponents. I believe ALHA's participating, ACA, all these big organizations. And it's a stakeholders meeting to speak directly to the Bill's, what do you call that, Voss? The politician, I think her name's Nancy Pardo, that's sponsoring the bill.
Yeah.
Her office has kind of set this up. So it's a pretty big deal. And you know, it's great that Voss was invited to participate. So I know, Voss, you're going to come back from that thing and drop us an update. It's Friday. What do my notes say? Friday at 11 a.m.
11 a.m. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. We'll drop some knowledge. We'll find out what's going on in there. We have, you know, we've talked to Steve Wagner and Right Care Foundation. You know, like Rob said, we've had interviews with, you know, a little bit of everybody, trying to learn everything about it. You know, but trying to keep a neutral side to see where things go. But you know, CPR is a good thing. I mean, I'd want somebody to do CPR on me, you know, but you know, so we're just learning things.
I just don't feel like that, you know, a lot of the data was confusing, and, you know, I'm not convinced that assisted living homes that I work in, that I consult for,
No,
I don't see any of them having, you know, deploying one of these no touch policies. You know, I think that's something that's conflated from large organizations, big corporations that have this fear, this legal liability fear, and when someone falls. So you know, take that and then put it to apply it to CPR. I'm not sure that's fair, but at the end of the day, but you know, at the end of the day, if my resident is full code and they have a cardiac arrest, my caregivers are going to do CPR anyway. So this legislation is just not going to bother me that much. That's kind of my personal opinion.
It's really not. I mean, looking at all the data, and the data wasn't the greatest that they had, but looking at it, a lot of it wasn't really based around assisted living homes to begin with. But it's, you know, it is what it is, because assisted living just kind of, you know, lumps together in other people's eyes. They don't understand that there's different aspects of this. But yeah, I mean, if something happens, caregivers are going to step in and do their job. And, you know, and a lot of caregivers are owners, and owners want to make sure that, you know, the residents don't go to the hospital, because what happens when somebody goes to the hospital?
So let me follow up with one thing about this, though. It highlights the fact that, as you know, we need to stay vigilant and informed on these issues, because one thing I'm pretty sure of is this, you know, this legislation is not going to happen regardless of whether it passes or fails, and then everybody's going to go home and it's over. There's going to be more things that come to pass and could, you know, and we need to evaluate each legislative effort.
Absolutely.
Protect, you know, make sure it's in the best interest of our residents, along with business viability. And, you know, we're not being neutral just for the sake of being neutral, because we don't want to offend anybody. It's just how we happen to feel on this particular legislation as we understand it right now. And we're perfectly happy to have our minds changed. And that's why Voss is going to go to this meeting.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the way it sits today.
So if anybody has, you know, concerns or questions, throw them, you know, message me with them. And if I get a chance to speak in the meeting, you know, I can bring some things up. It was, I feel honored to be able to, you know, sit down with stakeholders in this and help out with, you know, senior healthcare and, you know, work through issues. So, you know, I feel honored that, you know, we got invited. And, you know, they, you know, a little bit of recognition there. But yeah, if you have any thoughts, just message me and I'll see what I can do. And then after it's over, me and Rob will reconvene and let you know what you know, what came about and what's going on with it. So, you know, we want to try to keep people updated on on things that are going to affect us the most. On the last thing we're going to be talking about is Rob. We're putting together a roundtable event for assisted livings to come together and discuss issues. Rob, jump in there and
Yeah, this is what I'm super excited about. I mean, we got to do our job and watch legislation, but man, this is where my passion is. So, it was kind of a bummer. And to be honest, I logged on Facebook today and I saw another damn headline that just broke my heart. And it was along the lines of the one that came about a couple of weeks ago. And I don't want to dive into those issues. But the way I respond is I just want to get involved. And my therapy is to reach out and make homes that want to do well and do better, and I don't think there can ever be, you can't do too much of that, so I dropped some posts about the kind of, about the idea, and I had a great response. A lot of people reached out and like, hey, how can I help? What can we do? They were throwing things out there about, caregiver stress. Do we need to do something proactively to help caregivers realize when maybe they're in a situation that could, they may do something they wouldn't normally do, and all really good thoughts. So this is an effort, not just that particular issue, but anything that's an issue of concern for care homes that we can help with. And if we can't help directly, then we're going to find out somebody, who do we need to engage? Who can we bring in? Do we need training? Do we need some help with compliance? Do we need to identify whatever it is? So really, this roundtable is going to be driven by the people that show up and participate. We want to just kind of be a conduit for that. We're not, I don't even think we're setting an agenda, are we, Voss? It's kind of like we want to get on there and let people that are interested in making positive change for residential assisted living set the agenda, and then Voss and I want to be worker bees and figure out how to help solve these problems. Who do we got to talk to? What do we got to do? What resources do we need to bring? And just start chewing through some of this stuff.
Absolutely.
To help our homes,
Yeah. Our homes is, our homes, the backbone of the industry, just putting it out there. And there is things, everyone needs a little help here and there. And some people, don't ask for it, but we're gonna, we want to be there to help everybody and help as many people as we can. I mean, that's why I started this group, is to help people. And so, we're putting this together so we can, help people. And Rob's done a good job of organizing this and doing that. So good. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for all the help.
Yeah, we've come through a lot of adversity, guys. I mean, we just came through COVID, and we're starting to see the end of the tunnel there and see some daylight. The vaccines are working. Visitation, thank God. I mean, that was huge. We've finally, visitation has opened up. We're starting to creep towards possibly not business as usual, but a little bit more comfortable environment. Our residential care homes, by far and away, most of them just performed admirably through the COVID. I got so many messages, so many texts. People wanted to be compliant. People wanted to advocate for their residents. They were stuck between some tough regulations, especially during shutdown, and their hearts were breaking for families that couldn't see their loved ones. And people were really, really doing the best they could and reaching out and overturning every rock to try to navigate this. And I don't know how much support I was able to provide, but whatever little bit I did, I really enjoyed doing it. And so we want to take this and let it seed something that continues, in times of adversity and when times are good, whatever we can do to improve care delivery for our residents and strengthen the operations of our care homes so we can stay viable businesses and deliver quality care. That's kind of, I don't know if that's what it should be or not, but that's kind of what I'm throwing out there as a initial target. And whether, it's a small issue, a tiny issue, or something big that we need to, tackle, anything's on the table, and we'll just see what we can do, see how we can make things better.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Rob. We're gonna wrap it up here. 20 minutes. That's enough, more than enough time to listen to anybody talk.
Yeah.
And try to keep things quicker. So, but we threw in a few topics all at once tonight just to get them out there and get the ball rolling onto some things. But just look for us on Wednesdays, and then the round table on Thursdays, once a month on Thursdays, I believe. And then
Yeah, last Thursday of the month, but we'll be posting links to that so you know exactly where to go. So again, just I don't know if I mentioned this, that's going to be closed. That's going to be limited to our residential. Well, I don't know residential, but definitely our assisted living providers, managers, and operators. If some big box or larger communities want to come in and share their wisdom, they're welcome. We're just all on the same page about helping each other. So that's fine with me. But yeah, we do want to keep the focus on our assisted living care providers. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. You have a great night. Go back to dinner and family, and we'll see you later. Signing out.
Bye-bye.